All right, we back. Like I said, a guy gave me all these vintage paperwork. This is really cool stuff, local stuff. We're gonna throw that in there. And then check this out. Just picked these up at thrift store, $10. This is tramp art, sometimes prison art made out of matchsticks. We got the cross, and then I also got a jewelry box with a picture frame. Now it does have a broken knob, but that's really not a big deal. Paid $10 and $15 for those. And then the most expensive thing will be this Noah's Ark here. Now we don't have any of the animals, but we've got the Ark. We paid 20 bucks for the Ark. And if you look on the back of it, right there it's signed Maurice and Kelly Dallas. They're famous folk artists, and they're known for those. So that's a cool piece. We can sell that for, I think, around 300. So not a bad pickup for 20 bucks. All right, guys, we're back. This was a private pick, $15 on everything. Got the jacket for 5 bucks. Got the earmuffs for $2. These are Walker game muffs. These are the compact slims that can go in your back pocket. I think they sell for 25 bucks. Got these for 50 cents a piece. John Paul Eaton. These are real, and I think they sell for like 40, 50 bucks a pop. I'll get my money back on one of those. It's kind of crazy. This person was about to donate all this stuff and just caught me out in the parking lot. Was like, hey, I'm about to make a donation. You want to eyeball my pile? And I did. And so I got this stuff cheap because he was about to donate it. Anytime somebody comes up to you and says they're about to donate something or give something away, you always want to look because you never know. So this has a little bit of rust on it, but this is a good knife. It's a Mora knife. They're made in Sweden. I'll end up putting this in my truck. This will be my mushroom knife. I'll find me a sheath for it, and that's just a good knife. Otherwise, that'd probably be 20 bucks, 15 or 20 bucks to the right person. I thought this was kind of cool. It says a life without friends is like a garden without flowers, and you are both. Olga Sinte. This is an older piece. I can tell by the way it's written. I can tell by this pattern. This is early 1900s. I'll have to do a little research, but that's probably a pretty good piece. And then we got a Union High School 1977 yearbook. It does have writing in it, which is, you know, kind of cool. It just adds to it, and you never know. Somebody might be looking for their grandmother, find their grandmother's handwriting in here with a little story. Like, how cool is that? And a cast iron lid, number 5 or 5-inch. Lids are harder to find than the pans, and this is an older lid, and I think this lid will sell for 20 bucks without even trying. Now that's local on Facebook or something. If I put this on eBay, it might go 40, 50 bucks. It really it shocks me sometimes what lids go for. I'll reseason this, make it look real nice, and put it on eBay or sell it locally to somebody I know for 20 as is, and they can reseason it. So that's the rest of today, and y'all come back and please like, share, subscribe, comment. I want to keep growing this channel and turn it into something cool for you guys so everybody can learn together. Thanks again. All right, guys, per the norm, we're at the thrift store, and they had the music going, so I could not video in there, but a couple things I picked up, I think they're really good. This is a dated 1985 watercolor. An original artwork. Looks very, very nice. I think I can get $150 for that, paid $5. And then we got this one here, a local Octagon House, Lawrence, South Carolina, circa 1859, paid $5 for that. I think I get $100 locally without much effort. And then we've got this Yossi Steinberg, was a famous designer and made some really cool brooches. This just happens to be a wiener dog. It's made like stained glass, but it's made of different types of materials. This will sell for 50 to 60 bucks. And then this offering plate, which is stamped on the bottom, US. Anytime you see US, that's gonna be US military. This piece is probably, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 bucks. All right, guys, we're back at it. They had music playing in there. Got the old skates for 10 bucks. We're gonna sell these in our booth, probably for like 30 bucks. I know it's not in my typical margins, but we like having the old stuff in the booth, and that's just a cool old item. And I got this really, really cool brass basket. Now, it had a boutique sticker of $149. Goodwill put $29 on it. They missed. This will be $250 to $300. These are really hard to find, and this is all woven, and it's all brass and metal, so that's cool. All right, guys, slim pickings today, but I got this marionette doll. Definitely an old marionette doll. Excuse me, probably Mexico. $4.95. I think I can sell it for $40 or $50. And then I also got 2 brass candlesticks, $1 a piece. I sell these for like 7 or 8 in my booth. That's all we got today, folks. All right, we back at it, fresh out the thrift store. Got a couple of CDs. These are just some random good CDs. CDs in there are 50 cents, so that's a good deal. And then got a couple of random things I needed. A couple of paintbrushes, they were 50 cents. Sterling silver salt and pepper shakers, that's what I'm talking about. They were $2. And then I got 4 of these old Homer Laughlin. This was before Fiesta. These sell for about 15 bucks a piece. Really cool green blown vase, looks older. And then a handful of jewelry. Had a jewelry box out there. Everything in there was 50 cents. There's some gold in here, folks. You always got to look at them jewelry boxes in thrift stores. You never know. And if it's a little gold earring like that and it's got a dent in it, it's probably real gold. I got some gold and some silver and some costume. I think I got like $10 in this bag, so pretty awesome. All right, folks, fresh out the thrift store. This one says Robert Blazer 87. This is a oil on board. I paid $4. I think I can get $1.75. We'll see how it goes. Robert might be famous. Who knows? All right, folks, had another pickup. Got these sweet Justin boots for $10. Got these sweet Wolverine boots for $8. Got this awesome match holder with the lid. They almost never have the lids. Got that for $5. And as is, $10 gamble on a switch. Not sure if it's working or not. She had no idea. And then also vintage lucite flowers. These sell for 40 to 50 bucks. Not bad for, I believe, $3. That was a little private buy. All right, folks, we're at the flea market. Just picked up these U.S. military spurs for $5. These will sell for over 100. They're marked on the inside, USAB. All right, guys, we're at a church yard sale. I got some silver. We got an Amish tray. Walking around, see what else I see. They got all kinds of stuff. Random clothes, accoutrements, anything you could want. That would have been good if it wasn't broken. So, this one was not in the paper. Usually they're always in the paper. I just happened to be driving by. So, we got that. Let's see what else we see for the next couple minutes till the video runs out. A little bit of everything. All right, well, that's what I'm gonna get, folks. $4 worth. That's it for me. All right, guys, at the thrift store, we got a silver one of these and a silver one of these in the original box. Couple bucks. And I'm kind of looking at this painting right here thinking that looks pretty sweet on wood, but I'm gonna pass. All right, guys, I guess today is the day of silver because here we are at the Goodwill for $2 and that's sterling silver. So today is definitely the day of silver.